Pharmaceutical Control Bureau and the Chairman of the National Regulatory Conference 2015 Organizing Committee, Mr. Andrew Tan, representative of the Malaysian Pharmaceutical Society, distinguished speakers, directors, and representatives of the government agencies, presidents of industries and associations, speakers, participants, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam satu Malaysia, and a very good morning to all. First and foremost, I would like to thank the organizing committee for inviting me to deliver this keynote address to the National Regulatory Conference 2015, organized by the National Pharmaceutical Bureau in collaboration with the Malaysian Pharmaceutical Society. I was informed that this has been an eagerly anticipated function, and previously the National Regulatory Conference were often oversubscribed. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are entering an era of pertinent transformation in the global healthcare delivery system. More so now than ever before, has the healthcare system been challenged to deliver amid increasing expectation in the health-related aspects, including key operational, clinical, and governance functions, all while juggling the pressure of rising costs and decreasing public tolerance to inefficiency. In time of health urgencies, the drug regulatory system often deals with conflicting demands from the stakeholders. Patients demand prompt and affordable, yet safe access to a life-saving treatment. The drugs industry expects efficient regulatory approval balanced against limited clinical data in assessment of a groundbreaking treatment for early market capture. At the same time, regulators are tasked to enforce stringent checks on products prior to the market release, in keeping with the universal health mandate to protect the patient's safety while ensuring prompt access to effective medicine. As drug regulators frequently endure, these regulators challenges a clear solution calls for a transformation towards a new regulatory paradigm. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the theme of the National Regulatory Conference 2015. The Drug Control Authority is an executive body for the approval of pharmaceutical and health products in Malaysia. Since the establishment way back in 1984, the Drug Control Authority and its Secretariat, the National Pharmaceutical Control Bureau, have matured considerably. The past 30 years have witnessed an expansion of the regulatory control framework across all products categories, from its early days in the control of prescription and over-the-counter medicines through the control of traditional medicine, cosmetics, and veterinary medicine, and finally taking into the challenges to control new chemical entities, active pharmaceutical ingredients, and biologics. I must say that it has been a long and arduous journey for our regulators to establish sufficient control on a diverse portfolio of healthcare products while working on enhancing organization capacity. At the National Pharmaceutical Control Bureau, major milestone along the way of its expansion to the organization it is today include its appointment as a World Health Organization collaborating centers in the regulatory control of pharmaceuticals since 1996, and its accession as a member of the Pharmaceutical Inspection Cooperation Scheme since 2002. Now, notwithstanding our past achievement, I must admit that our drug regulatory agency has much catching up to do with the established agencies such as the US FDA or the European Medicines Agency. If we envision standing as an equal among our international colleagues, then we have to move in stride with them to enjoy and to employ new technology and tools in achieving the best current regulatory practices. This is especially true in consideration of advances in the field of regenerative medicine. As I'm speaking to you, the Ministry of Health is concentrating efforts among its division to establish a regulatory framework and control on manufacture and administration of cells and gene therapy products. In our health institutions, of which the update will be presented during this conference, what is clear, our work process and technical capacity must be strengthened to meet new challenges. Today, a common challenge among all regulatory agencies, big or small, is to ensure timely and equitable access to medicine. In ensuring timely access to medicine, even established regulatory agencies are not spared from calls for flexible drug authorization models in order to reduce the time to market of innovative and life-saving medications. Regulatory capacity is perpetually scrutinized in order to establish new strategies to shorten marketing authorization timelines. In the European Union, talks have begun among stakeholders to establish medicine-adaptive pathways to patients for new and innovative medicinal products. In the US FDA, the availability of a breakthrough designation accords promising new products a shorter time to market introduction. These and many more innovative regulatory paths will continue to dominate the international regulatory scenes for years to come. The current debate on transforming the drug regulatory pathway worldwide invites our Malaysian regulators and industry players to engage in new strategies so that our nation is not left behind in drug development. Based on past experiences, innovative pathways have been applied in the registration of products of the national interest. In fact, the current product registration process allows for expedited review and registration of critical medicinal products to enable sufficient stockpiling in preparation of health emergencies. Additionally, our evaluators have always encouraged a responsible and viable pharmaceutical industry to sustain healthcare needs of the nation as guided by the Malaysian National Medicines Policy. Nevertheless, Malaysian regulators will need to keep up with the global developments, for example, establish innovative registration pathway based on our local population needs and through interaction with local products developers in ensuring timely access to essential medicine. Ladies and gentlemen, with regards to equitable access to medicine and unmet medical needs among developing nations is the lack of the therapeutic agents for diseases confined within these countries. New product pipelines are often dominated by therapies against common diseases in developed countries, a strategy often adopted by drug makers due to a potential of high return of investment. The International Consortium of Healthcare Stakeholders has been encouraging the development of treatments agents against diseases commonly encountered in developing nations. Such efforts, however, will not succeed without a shared cost for the development among our regulators and product developers. Thus, reiterating a need to transform our regulatory practices towards a new paradigm, backed by strong regulatory science and evidence. Simply put, a transformation in our drug regulatory system in the wake of a new healthcare challenges will require regulators to work in tandem with all stakeholders in assuring proper medication supply. On this matter, I'm happy to note that the Drug Control Authority and the National Pharmaceutical Control Bureau will do not work in isolation, but rather collaborate regularly with other MOH and governmental entities such as the Ministry of Science and Technology and Innovation, MOSTI, and the Ministry of Agriculture, to name a few. In any healthcare system, regular cross-talking among its components is crucial in making informed and cost-effective policies. At the global front, the National Pharmaceutical Control Bureau actively engages in joint projects with counterparts agencies with efforts towards strengthening its regulatory capacity. Regulators often participate in World Health Organization NEP meetings, training sessions, and evaluation projects for novel products such as endemic vaccines, complex biologics, and novel small molecular entities. In the Asia-Pacific level, the National Pharmaceutical Control Bureau regulators are a common presence in a regional discussion at the Asian-Pacific Economic Cooperation and the WHO Western Pacific Regional Office forums. The ASEAN Consultative Committee for Standards and Quality, Pharmaceutical Product Working Group, and Product Working Group to the Traditional Medicines and Health Supplements have witnessed efforts towards regulatory convergence, bearing early fruits of success in the adoption of the ASEAN regulatory framework for traditional medicines and health supplement, emphasizing on scientific substantiation of high treatment efficacy and safety claims, bioequivalence and the stability of generic pharmaceuticals, and ASEAN-specific requirements of biologics. All these regulatory initiatives contribute to the ultimate aim of building a resilient healthcare system to ensure sustained progress alongside a strong vision of our nation's healthcare future. For this reason, a radical change is in order to jot the building blocks of our healthcare system in order to attain high operational efficiency while pacing the shift in the fundamentals of the healthcare delivery. Ultimately, we need to ensure the right care reaches the right patient at the right time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to note that the variety on trend healthcare topics to be disseminated in this conference, and I welcome all Malaysian and overseas speakers and participants, and I bid you all a very successful engagement. I wish to take this opportunity to thank all individuals, organizations, and government agencies for the unwavering support to the Ministry of Health, especially in making the conference possible. I wish to congratulate the organizing committee for a job well done and hope that the great momentum is sustained in the coming days of the National Regulatory Conference 2015. And last but not least, I would like to thank our Yang Berhormat Health Minister to spend time in this conference, and I'm sure our Health Minister has a very tight schedule today, and this is a big opportunity for all of us here to have our Health Minister joining us in this conference. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big hand to our Health Minister. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. Sekian, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.